Hello everybody and welcome back to a 3v3 for the Elite mod. We have 2 IG and an Eldar versus Chaos Space Marines and 2 Space Marines. I believe they're actually Grey Knights. We got Alphablades, Rotte, and Equneora versus Duff, Ohmism, otherwise known as Minikid, and Styx. Yep, 2 Grey Knights and a Chaos on the red team. Let's line up our camera here and see what the teams do here first. Glyph has been called. Looks like we have people splitting up to go to different points. I imagine there's going to be a rush to capture the victory point here and here. As if I've seen this before. Alright, Farseer going for the victory point there on the right. Lord General leading his command squad up the middle. And we have some guardsmen pulling off to the left to capture... Nope. Looks like they're going to make a push to the power node here on the left side. It's a good spot to hold, and they can fall back and capture that point when that power node is free. And here we go, Farseer almost completing the capture. There we go, first victory point captured. Stormtrooper squad is not going to be enough to take on a Farseer, especially with the Dire Avenger support. Alright, the guardsmen here setting up shop. Multi-lasers are going down. Still need to actually capture the real node and the resource. Mid is being taken over by the Grey Knights. Right side has been completely taken over by the Eldar, but they are being forced back by the Grey Knights Brother Captain. Oh, well, here comes the Banshee. Ready for the Banshees with that shockwave. And it looks like we have a push on the left side as well. Banshees are dropping. Farseer trying to take out the support on the Stormtroopers. Banshee's forced to withdraw. Stormtroopers running back. But Farseer is also forced to withdraw. Dire Avengers will soon to follow. And here we have the other Grey Knights player taking it to the Imperial Guard with Chaos support. Stormtroopers versus Guardsmen. Not good for the Guardsmen, and they are falling back. Lord Commissar trying to do a rush here. There we go. Sentinel is on board. This Lord General is going to have to fall back here shortly. Or just kite the attack squad into the multi-laser turret, which is a good idea. Sentinel's already taken a lot of damage, but is leading them into some allied guardsman squads. Right side victory point has been taken over by the Grey Knights. It is about to be a 2-1 on red team. And there goes the Grey Knight Brother Captain trying to run away from the overwhelming flashlights going into his backside. Attack Marine squad still up. Oh, 2 Attack Marine squads now, and the Lord General is finally forced to withdraw. I imagine there should be some guardsman support going up soon. Placing some turrets down there to cover the resource point. Good call. And there's another fight over on the right side with the Banshees and Farseer once again. Grey Knight Captain trying to make his way out. Too late. And now those Stormtroopers are going to have to fall back, and the Eldar player will take the right side victory point for blue. Here goes the left side power node for red. The 2 attack squads were powerful enough, and they're going to claim this resource point there on the left side. But right side is getting into the hands of the blue, so it's still going to be a pretty even team, or even match, besides the fact that the blue team is going to have 2 of the victory points. But that's not a huge deal at this point in the game. If they continue to hold it, then it'll become a problem. Lord General falling back, or Commissar Lord, apologies. Purgation Squad leading the charge with some Stormtroopers up the mid, going to try and capture that point that is covered by the multi-laser. We have a couple Guardsman squads coming in trying to force off those attack Marines and recapture the power node for the blue team. These Guardsmen are pulling back to reinforce in another area. I imagine they're going center. And a third Guardsman squad coming up to reinforce against the 2 attack squads. And Lord General coming to provide support. These attack squads are not going to be able to hold out much longer. And now the Grey Knight player is being pushed against here, but they are going to accept this charge. Half their forces looks like they're going to head down to the left side to try and keep that power node. Wait, nope, they have now changed their mind and want to push the Sentinel off. Commissar Lord trying to engage in melee. Oh! Brother Captain giving a nice swing there against the guardsmen. And here comes the Catachan squad with an excellent frag grenade. Or a grenade from that guy right there. Left side power node being taken by blue team. Although we have some cultists back up for the attack squad, so this has now proven to be a little bit more of a dicey situation for the blue team, who just dropped an Imperial Guard bunker, which is going to save that squad from these numbers and buy them time for hopefully for reinforcements to arrive. Meanwhile, the Eldar are continuing to push the Grey Knight player out of the right side completely. Right side has been completely taken by the blue team. Mid has been taken by the blue team, and red team is being pushed back towards their bases. We have the second Grey Knight player coming up with more stormtroopers and purgation squad to try and counter the numbers of guardsmen against them. We're now pushing against their power node. And the Cadians are falling back, while still trying to hold on to the left side with this guard, Imperial Guard bunker. Guardsmen trying to reinforce, and now that the Chaos Marine has Noise Marines, or the Chaos player has Noise Marines on the field, forcing any unit struck by them to attack them in melee, which is where Guardsmen do not want to be. Guardsmen are now withdrawing. Here comes some more Guardsmen support, though. Massive wave of reinforcements coming from the second Guardsman player. This Lord General is being taken down slowly and desperately needs these reinforcements. Catachan's coming in with their grenade launchers and shotguns, and it's going to push the Chaos player back. And now these Noise Marines have been cut off. We have a massive engagement also on the right side between Eldar and the Grey Knights, who are currently being suppressed by a weapons team that's almost dead. Purgation squad just dropping the flames on the Eldar. But those Banshees are tough units. And the Purgation squad forced to run away, but it's too late. Cut down to the last man. Stormtroopers trying to make a charge here, and then running away. Second Purgation squad now forcing the Banshees to finally withdraw into the Brother Captain. And the left side has been taken control by the blue team IG, who have now, I think, upgraded this to a medic bunker. But the Grey Knight player is starting to take back the right side. We'll take the second victory point, so now it is tying it up, and we'll soon put this back in the favor of the red team, pushing against the blue team's points for the first time this game. And Chaos have been fully driven from the left side. But they did hold on long enough for the Grey Knights to come and take the right side of the map, and more importantly, the victory point. So there go the points ticking down for blue. They're going to need to make another push here. Looks like they're getting ready to do so. And on left side, they're still fighting against the Plague Champion. He's not going to be able to last too long, though.
Our mates have captured a power node.
Alright, Eldar player deciding to stop the Grey Knights here. Do not want to lose that right power node. Brother Captain does not care and takes out the power node building. This is now free to capture. Banshee's getting right into the Purgation squad, not where they want to be. Banshee's going to tear them to pieces, and there they go. They are trying to run for their lives. There are still two Brother Captains up, though, who are really powerful heroes, especially in melee, and a strike squad. Those Banshees need more support, and here comes the Farseer. Looks like mid is being contested by the enemy Chaos Space Marine? Nope. Grey Knights, and now they are forced to run from the overwhelming numbers of the IG. Meanwhile, this fight is still going on with Guardsman support now, with Commissars and grenade launchers. These Brother Captains may finally have to run. There goes one, and the second one will try and stay for a little bit. Nope, there we go. They are now back in full withdrawal, leaving this point once more uncontested, undefended. That Stormtrooper squad is not going to be enough to hold them all back. Looks like we have another Chaos Tac squad here. We have some cultists up here giving the good old prayer. But no real push yet on the left side. And again, right side is going to be in control of blue team here very shortly, as soon as they push off these grenade launching stormtroopers. And here we go, the Guardsmen pushing in on the power node, destroying their generators, resource that they really desperately need. Oh, and a napalm strike drops on all the Guardsmen, and they are forced to fall back or burn alive. Look at these poor Guardsmen. They were not lucky. Meanwhile, on the left side, the attack Marines trying to push off the Guardsman squads, who are now falling back into the bunker. They are outnumbered. The bunker will help a little bit, though. But they're going to need reinforcements here pretty soon. Speaking of, not the best reinforcements, but a Sentinel's better than nothing. He's going to try to make his way back into that attack marine squad and do a stomp. Or not do a stomp. Or do a stomp. There's the stomp. There it is. Commissar Lord deciding just to take a look at what's happening. And there he goes. He's going after the cultists who are chasing after the Sentinel, who's already injured. Down to 50% health. Commissar Lord will be able to hold them off for a little bit, but we'll need more support. Mid resources being taken over by these Stormtrooper squads, who's getting pushed back by the Cadians. These Cadians are everywhere. Sorry, Guardsmen are everywhere. Right side, victory point is now being taken back over by the Grey Knights, while the Eldar player ignores that and goes after the power node, leaving them free to take over the victory point. Blue team does have a lead in the points, so that is a viable tactic. They don't really need all the victory points right now. Taking out the rest of their power is most likely a better call. Grey Knights trying to push up against this horde of Guardsmen with plasma guns. So many Guardsman squads. This brother captain, I'm not sure what this did, but I doubt it's going to be enough. Chaos still trying to force these Guardsmen out of that bunker, not being able to do so, and now the Guardsmen reinforcements are coming in, which are going to be pushing these tac squads out. Eldar pushing the Grey Knights back out of the right side, coming back to the power node. They did end up pushing them off the victory point after they neutralized it. Farseer going in there to secure it for the blue team once again. Power node building almost destroyed by this Wraith Lord. Left side firmly in the hands of the guard. Center is uncontested. Sentinel trying to find somebody to repair it. Deciding to fall back and focus instead on the victory point.
Our allies have themselves a victory point.
Looks like we have a calm before the storm here.
We need all the help we can get.
Alright, some Purifiers coming into the Guardsman squad. If they get into melee, they will mess those Guardsmen up. And now they're in melee. Sentinel is not going to be able to stop them. Except for if it has the stomp ability up. But it cannot take damage from the Purifiers. There it goes. It's trying to withdraw. Guardsmen trying to do what damage they can. The Purifiers forced to run. I think they could have stayed there for a little bit longer to take the fire from the Cadians to leave the Stormtroopers free reign on the Guardsman squads. But instead, the Guardsmen, or the Stormtroopers, one of them falls, the other is forced to withdraw. I really think those Purifiers probably should stay in the fight just a little bit longer. But what do I know? I'm a noob at this game. Here comes a Dreadnought, a Nurgle Dreadnought. Another skin that's been made by the Elite team. It looks really good. I mean, it looks disgusting, but that's what Nurgle's supposed to be. Coming in, pushing the Guardsmen out of the left side. Not much they can do against that. They do have some plasma cannons. They can try and chip away at its health a little bit. Right side looks like the Eldar player. Oh, I missed the Grey Knight Dreadnought taking it to that Wraith Lord. Banshee's running for their lives. They do have the victory point, and red is down to 260 points left. Guardsmen are trying to kite this Chaos Dreadnought around and fill it up with plasma. Doing a decent job at it so far. Midgard are withdrawing. Looks like they lost their Lord Commissar in a fight against the Brother Captain. Thank you, the Unknown Shadow, for following the channel. You are now a warrior of the Empire. Serve us well. Dreadnought deciding to take out that heavy turret. Now, trying to take out the Guardsman squad, who are once again going to kite it around this little arena, keeping it away from their power node, and just keeping it distracted, while they continue to pile on it with plasma fire. Ooh, nice. We have a little push coming up mid here. These are another addition to the Elite mod. These Ogrins with their helmets. Very cool looking. Very cool looking.
A victory point is slipped, sir. Our advantage is slight.
We have another Dreadnought. So each one of the red teams now have a Dreadnought. Thank you, Undead Gamer, for following the channel. You are now a warrior of the Empire. Serve us well. Grey Knights pushing the Eldar off the right side, leading the charge is the Grey Knight Dreadnought there. Eldar not having any real response to that right now, although they are making it. Guardsmen forced to fall back due to the other Grey Knight Dreadnought. And left side is still dealing with the Chaos Dreadnought. down to 50% health while cutting it around with a refractor field, keeping their guardsmen alive against all these attack marine squads. This player, who is this? Rotte is doing an excellent job of just kiting this chaos player around in circles, keeping him busy. Meanwhile, we have the Ogrins leading a push up mid, trying to take out this Dreadnought. Oh, look at those Ogrins. They just look so badass. That Dreadnought wants nothing to deal with that. It looks like the Eldar player pushed the Grey Knight player back on the right side. Blue points are ticking away, but they are still 200 points ahead of the red team, so they're in no real rush. And, oh my god, there it is. The Chaos Dreadnought, sorry, is now dead. Kited to death. Look at all these dead Cadians. Or Guardsmen, whatever. Look at all these dead Guardsmen. My god. A lot of Guardsmen died to bring that Dreadnought down. Meanwhile, we have a duel here between the Wraith Lord and the Dreadnought. Grey Knight Dreadnought getting hammered by the Banshees as well. Doesn't look like it's going to win this fight, even with the support of these squads behind it. Both of these vehicles may be dropping. They are fully committed to this fight. They are not going to withdraw. There we go. The Dreadnought is fallen. Dreadnought, sorry, is fallen. Wraith Lord may actually still have a chance to fall back. There we go, and it's being repaired by the Eldar Dire Avenger Squad. I'm actually really surprised that it made it out of there. I definitely thought it was going to drop. It looks like the Wraith Lord is going to make it out. Meanwhile, we still have a dead Brother Captain sitting in the middle of the field. Yeah, and they cannot catch up to the Wraith Lord here. They can catch up to those Dire Avengers, though. Looks like now right side is actually still in control of the blue team because the Guardsman, the IG player, came up across the middle and is now taking the victory point back. They at least neutralized it, but it is still 2-0 in favor of the blue team once again. So the red team really needs to take some points here, because the other Guardsman player here took the point up here on the red side and is pushing up against the second Chaos Dreadnought. So much plasma fire coming from these Guardsman squads. This Dreadnought does not have much of a chance against so much plasma. Now the right side point is being taken over by the other Guardsman player. I believe this is Alpha. Yep, this is Alphablades taking over the right side. Ogren's continuing to lead the charge. 2 Ogren squads is a lot to deal with, especially when backed up by Catachan, Stormtroopers, Guardsmen. The second Dreadnought barely making it out of the fight. Lord General really wants to finish it off, but it's not going to be able to. They are being suppressed by the Havoc squads. And now Blue firmly controls all 3 points, taking the points down for Red side. Red needs to do something here very quickly. Havoc squads picking up and leaving. More Stormtroopers coming in with other Stormtrooper support with grenade launchers. Grenade launchers a good call against this Guardian spam. Guardsman spam. Purifiers being quickly diverted by the Lord General, but taking him out very fast. Right side, firm control of the Eldar and the Alphablades here. Grey Knight's trying to make a push up mid here. And looks like Rotte is in full retreat, leaving this left point easy to grab, and they really need to do that. They are down to 70 points left. They really need to take 2 victory points right now, or at least take 1 and neutralize another. But they are being distracted by the retreating Guardsmen. And now here come the Alphablades army with the Ogrins coming in to flank the Grey Knights. Grey Knights getting chopped to bits by the plasma, shotguns, grenade fire, Ogrins. Not much they can do. Finally, we have someone capturing the left point there. They need to neutralize at least 1 more. They only have 20 points left. And I don't think they're going to... Whoa, wait. They push deep. If they can neutralize this point... Well, even if they neutralize this point, there'll still be 1 point remaining. So they need to cap 1... They don't have time. They don't have time. That's GG. They're trying to get it done. Oh, yep, that's it. Good game, everybody. Good game. That was close. They were starting to cap both these points. That could have maybe held them in the game for a little bit longer. But thanks for watching, everyone. Hope you enjoyed it. I will see you all next time. Take care.